this is Miranda, and I'm back on the Shimmeringz Paints YouTube channel with some educational. So what I did was that I found this pin inspiration on Pinterest, and I'm going to use this. And just so that I can put this out there, if you put my name in the comments section, when you order, you get something free for me. So I slowed this part down just a little bit, and then I sped up the embellishment part of my video. If I wouldn't have done what I did for for speeding up purposes, we would be here for a while. Because let me tell you, I am a little frustrated with the fact that I did not let my stuff dry like it should have, and now I get to try to fix my sewing machine because the tension is off. Oh, I'm so mad. But to start out with, I got this stencil from Paige Evans. It's the star one. Now, in the layout inspiration, it is just paper. I wanted to take shimmers, emulate the same situation, the same style, and do it with the stencil. So the very first color that I'm working with is Tutti Frutti from Dazzlerz. That is the dimensional paste that I'm working with. And then I do come in with the Dazzlerz Red-iculous, which is right here shortly in just a little bit, right there. And those are the two paste dimensionals that I'm using for the star portion of this particular layout. And I really, really love how this turns out. The paste works wonderful. The colors work perfect with the Merry Day collection that I am using. I am trying to use up the older collections of my Christmas stuff so that, of course, when the new ones come out, I can be able to get them and not feel that I am just hoarding or stash basting a lot of my collections. I don't have very many seasonal type stuff anyway. I have more of the regular everyday collections, I guess, more than seasonal ones. So I'm doing well on keeping down on that kind of stuff. And what I am doing here is that like I said, I'm following the design. I'm making sure that the colors come into play and that they follow where the lines are drawn. The reason why I drew those lines is because I am not putting any dimension there. I'm putting paper. So what I did was that I placed it down. Of course, Betsy had to go out while I am filming. That is typical for me every time. It never can do it while I'm not on camera. It's always doing it while I'm on camera, so I just left this part in so I can chat. And what I am doing here is that I'm placing down the two pieces of paper. The color combo that I am pulling from this particular collection is the pinks and the blues and the reds. And so the greens, there's a little bit of green in here that obviously will pull from all of the embellishments that I'm using. So that's how that green is going to tie into my layout. Excuse me. And then the reds and the pinks come from the mugs that I'm using. Now, the picture is, it's a complimentary page to both of for this layout for when I went to Mary Poppins Returns. Now, the little pod that I'm using is the Inklingz, which is Pink A Boo, and those two colors match really well together. So the color of Inklingz Pink A Boo and then the Dazzlerz Tutti Frutti, perfect. So this is where I get frustrated and mad and whatever else you want to call it. So I do the rest of it off camera. I do all of it. My tension is working just fine here. Here in the state of Georgia, it is still muggy and icky out for being December in January, and my mixed media does not finish and it smears, which then throws off my tension and everything. This is where I stopped because I was so mad. So you can see that it's smeared. I am so mad. But I do hide it where you can't even tell, because by the time I get the embellishments done and whatnot, you won't be able to see it. Now, in the sketch, or the layout inspiration, it has these droplets and this little bit of mixed media just coming from the photo. And that's what I am doing here as well. I love how this turns out. It's perfect. It works out well. I do the splattering that goes off to the page on the one side. I do bring this back in and get some more splattering. So I do get this dry and I work on the rest of it. Now the rest of this whole layout here is the embellishment factor. And I do, like I said, I do come back in with the Pink A Boo and do more droplets. I do also spray it down with the Shimmeringz, the baby's breath. That was off camera after I got all of the stitching done. I wanted to add a little bit of glimmer to the stitching. Now, on camera, you can't really tell it, but in the still shots, you will be able to see the lines that I drew. So it looks like the stars are kind of like following this cascade of things. Now, in the sketch inspiration, it looks like she tries to tie it all together, but I tie it together by the two endpoints. Now the photograph, I wanted to document the fact that one, of course, we went to this movie. It did come out during Christmas of last year. But two, this is one of Mary Poppins, the very first one, was one of the movies we would watch all the time for Christmas. When we got a little bit older, then we were able to watch more of like the Christmas Story, because that's another favorite of mine. Not so much my family, but mine definitely. I think I grew up in that era of watching the 24 hours of the Christmas Story and this, that, and the other. Now, I do pull in, so the blues and stuff more of comes into play with my embellishments, but I tie the red in with my layering pieces with the shooting stars, so it looks like I'm pulling the colors out of my like photo. And that's why I tied the reds and the blues, and that's why I use this collection, because the photograph is all reds and blues. That's what the cardboard thing that they had sitting outside of the movie theater came into play with. And I'm now just embellishing. I do pull in a little bit of the snowflake collection from Crepe Paper that was this year. And then I do mostly the rest of it is from the Merry Days. I'm trying to use up this collection because I'm almost done. I don't have much left of it, and I want to be able to get it used up. Now, I do place a bunch of little things here to end this piece. Now, I don't have a title, and when I got done with it, I'm like, I don't have a title. I was like, I didn't even realize that I didn't even place a title, but I don't think it really needs one, because where I am sitting, it shows Mary Poppins Returns, and this one is just of me. Now, the other complimentary page that I will have of this one has my son and my daughter, and then obviously my husband and I. So I wanted to do a layout just for me, with just me in it, and then obviously that complimentary page will have the other 4 of us together. And now I'm just placing little things down. Like I said, I do come in with a bunch of different little things. I do get some snowflakes out, and I use a little bit of those. I do cut off this white portion of this and just have more of the embellishment flower cluster showing up there. Santa Claus was a chipboard, but I do take, as you could tell, I did take quite a bit of the chipboard off of it and just have Santa and not be as thick, because I'm placing it on top of my photo. My photo is backed with some foam tape or some foam. I did take the piece that I cut off of this star, I tucked down below on this house with Santa and everything, and the colors match, so I just put them all on their house. And I felt like the little bits that I did put together with this goes hand in hand with Mary Poppins, just because of, the nature of what Mary Poppins is. And I feel like it does do quite a bit of what Mary Poppins is and how it ties together, I should say. I lost my words there for a second. But make sure that you go check out the Shimmer's page. I will link everything down below. Make sure that you mention my name in the comments when you do purchase off of Shimmer's paints. and you will get a little bit of a freebie, and so that you can earn that as well. And it's pretty easy to try, pretty simple, and it's something that I just love. This company is a fan favorite of mine, and I just love all their products. I talk a lot about their products. And if you have not followed my channel, go ahead and go click on to my channel, because I do use their stuff quite a bit on almost all my layouts. It's my mixed media go-to. And now I'm placing down 3 different things. One of them says ho ho ho, the next one is holly jolly, and then the other one is seasons of joy, or the season of joy. And those 3 kind of are my title, my mini titles. And I just splatter them in the star factor of this. See, look at the back side of that. I know it was a quick view, but the tension is so bad. I've got to figure out how to fix that, and I'm so mad. Ugh, it just makes me mad. And I still haven't. So leave a comment down below if you know how to fix tension. Like, because I've tried everything so far, and it's not working. I have to really dig into this, and that's why it's making me so mad. But here is the season of joy. I do come back and add a little bit more of that peekaboo in there, because you don't really see that much of it, and I wanted a little bit more of that splatter there. And then I do add more of the chunkier splatters on the other parts of the stars with the pink. And then that's pretty much all I do. I do come in with one of my enamel gems that are just glitter, like clear glitter ones, that I add for pops of that in there. And then that is it. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the blog, check out the Facebook page, check out everything. Everything will be linked down below, along with the 4 items that I used. And I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!